Well, the game of chicken is over, everyone. Between Sony and Microsoft have, I think, inadvertently gone first, thanks to the leaks from a couple days ago, and have finally, after months of not saying crap about the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X, particularly the Series S, which is the worst kept secret in the world, we finally have concrete details on it. So I just wanted to go over the latest news this morning and kind of give my thoughts on the stuff that has been revealed over the last couple days. So Xbox Series S got leaked a couple days ago. I think in the middle of the night, like a day ago. And it was leaked that Series S definitely, it exists. It looks like this. It looks like something you'd order a Happy Meal out of at McDonald's. And it's coming November 10th. And it's going to be $300, which I think is a really good price for this thing. It's actually $100 cheaper than I was expecting it to be. Because I think calling the Xbox Series X it was going to be 500 or 550. It was a pretty safe bet, and that's real. That's been confirmed. But this thing being $300, that is very, very good on Xbox's part. So let's just go over the info because there's just quite a bit to dig through. So I'm not going to read all this PR shit, but so the consoles are going to be coming out November 10th, 2020, which places it a couple of weeks before Black Friday, which is, was typically what these companies do. Xbox Series X and Series S pre-orders are going to go live starting, the pre-orders are going to go live starting September 22nd. I don't know how much of a demand there's going to be. I mean, they'll definitely sell. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. They will sell their next-gen hardware. People will buy them, especially that Series S, because that is a really good place to start for families especially families affected by coronavirus who can't afford the $500 one. No matter how much their child begs for it, they'll get them this, and they'll pay $300, probably more, probably for an extra controller and some games, and Game Pass. And speaking of which, they're going to have this financing option where you get to have, it's like this all access thing where it's offering you a payment plan for Xbox where you get a Series S or a Series X. I think it was the Series S is going to be the $24.99 a month, and then the Xbox Series X is going to be $35 from what I saw. It's either 30 or 35. I'm pretty sure I saw it was 35. And this one though, this one is also very interesting. This EA Play comes to Game Pass at no additional cost. And this isn't just for the console. This is for PC as well. So this benefits me. So I don't have to pay EA to play their garbage games. I could play them when they come out, whenever. So it's never going to happen. But if Titanfall 3 were to come out, maybe if I wait a couple months after it comes out to see if it's actually good, like I said, it's never going to happen because Titanfall 3 is never going to come out. EA will never make it. Respawn will never make it. So I can actually technically play Titanfall 3 for free through EA Play. Or just to satiate my wait for Titanfall 3, I can play Titanfall 2 for free through my PC as well, even though I already own it on EA Origin, but I don't want to download EA Origin because EA Origin sucks, so I can just play it through Game Pass. Although I'm pretty sure they're going to make people download. It's going to be the similar situation like Steam, where they're going to have the third-party DRM be an exclusive, or be a requirement attached to it, which is stupido. So, what does the Series S do? Well, the Series S is this little option where you get to basically pay for the access to all of these new games coming out, such as Forza and Fable and Obsidian's Avowed. And it's not going to be like, I'm not mentioning Halo simply because Halo, you get to play that on the original Xbox One, which I'm pretty sure they're still going to do that no matter the thread of people saying that they're going to remove it, which I don't believe at all, which I think that's a stupid rumor because they've already announced it for the original Xbox One. They're not going to remove that, so I don't believe that rumor. But the Series S, you're paying $300 for 500 gigabytes of SSD. That's not gonna go. This is the thing that I've always been disappointed with the next gen consoles so far, is that their opening storage spaces are so low. I think the Series X has PlayStation Vita. I think Series X has a 1 terabyte SSD, which that to me is like, I don't even think that should be the bare minimum. I think 2 terabytes should be the minimum on any of these upcoming next gen consoles, because you got games like Modern Warfare, which just eat up an insane amount of hard drive space. And even on PlayStation's front, you got things like The Last of Us Part 2, which is just enormous. You got Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is enormous. It's just all these enormous games that are coming out, eating up, getting into like the triple digit frontier when it comes to how much storage space they're going to take up. It's just 512 gigabytes is not enough. They might do this as a way to encourage people to stream via their xCloud service, which I wouldn't be shocked if that was the reason, but they probably did that as well just to get the price down to 300, because I'm pretty sure they're taking a massive loss when it comes to this thing, but Microsoft can afford it. It's got velocity architecture, which, okay, faster load times, good. Steadier frame rates, good. Quick resume. I've actually seen the quick resume in action, which is pretty good when it comes to... I gotta turn the sound off. But I saw quick resume in action, and it was... Where did I see it? Oh, here we go. So they're showing off the load times. How on Xbox Series S, it's 12 seconds to get into the Outer Worlds, and then on Xbox One S, it's 53 seconds, which, yeah, that's definitely a really good like little comparison video where they talk about that. Now this quick resume thing, this is really cool, because this guy for some reason this guy seems to have 4 games going on in the background. I don't know if this is a feature I would personally be using, but it's okay, I guess for the sake of this demo, but it's cool. They've got 4 games running in the background, and not all of them though are all that demanding. Easily the one that's the most demanding out of the bunch is Jedi Fallen Order, but still, like, it's balancing 3 other games. So it switches pretty quickly from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to Minecraft Dungeons, and then it's going to switch pretty quickly again to Skate 3, which, seeing this, kind of got me a little worried, because I'm sure EA is going to fuck up the next Skate game, but that remains to be seen. That's a topic for another day. Then they're going to go to Black, which is a game I forgot even existed. So, yeah, there's that. So, that's a pretty cool little thing, this little, like, quick resume thing. And I wonder, I know Sony has something similar, but I wonder how fast it's going to be compared to Xbox. Again, that remains to be seen, but at this point, PlayStation has to respond. The game of chicken is over. Sony have won this game of chicken. Well done. I'm sure their parents are proud of them. They get a nice little gold star on the refrigerator that they didn't back down first. But I have to wonder what Sony's response to this is going to be, because I have a gut feeling that they're either going to... They can't undercut Series X. They can't. They definitely can't undercut the Series S, because there is no... They're not making a less powerful version of the PS5. Even the all-digital version, it has the same specs as the one with the disc drive. So, they can't. The difference between pricing and the digital and regular versions of the PS5 are going to be so minimal that it's not at all going to be the giant $200 gap that the Series S and the Series X have. There's no way, because Xbox, the difference between Xbox and Sony is that Xbox can take a loss like this, because as I've been told before, this Xbox does not make up a giant portion of Microsoft's portfolio. They could very easily afford to take losses while also making these giant deals with big publishers like EA that will allow them to get EA Play on Xbox Game Pass basically for no extra charge. That's a huge deal. I cannot picture Sony doing something similar like that. Sony, it took forever to get EA Play on the PS4 and PS5. Like, Xbox and PC were doing it before PlayStation even had that thought. But the thing I always have to bring up when talking about Xbox and PlayStation is that no matter how much cool stuff Xbox is going to do, and Xbox is doing a lot of cool stuff with this Series S, Series X stuff that the customers will get a lot of bang for their buck. The thing that I always have to mention, and I hate mentioning it every time, is because it's because it always just makes me look like an Xbox hater, which I'm not, because I'm always rooting for Xbox to do well, because Xbox doing cool stuff means that Sony gets off their ass and tries to do something cool too to match them, is that Xbox just does not have the compelling lineup of games that and this is just from a personal standpoint, they just don't compared to PlayStation. Because even the opening 9 games that we got from the PS5 reveal event back in June, 3 out of those are things that I would buy a console for, which is Ratchet and Clank, which is Horizon Forbidden West, and Demon's Souls. And then you got like the other ones too that are exciting, but I wouldn't buy a console for them. But I will play them eventually, whenever they come out. Stuff like Astro's Playroom and Returnal and Destruction All-Stars, maybe Sackboy, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, stuff like that. But the Xbox, they have one, which I would buy, or 2. There are 2 games from Series X that I would buy a console for, which are Avowed and Hellblade 2. And because those games I am really excited to get my hands on, because I absolutely I really, really enjoyed Hellblade, so I'm really excited for the sequel. And Avowed is hopefully the Elder Scrolls killer from Obsidian, which that makes me so excited. That's like a dream come true that that's a thing. But then I look at all their other stuff, and the game either does not interest me, or it looks like it's a long ways off. Even the stuff that they showed from the PS5 event that is going to come out in 2021 or maybe 2022, like Gran Turismo 7. I'm pretty sure Gran Turismo 7 is either going to be late 2021 or early 2022. But a lot of that stuff in the PS5 reveal event looks just further along compared to what Xbox has got. Because Xbox... Halo Infinite, which was really underwhelming, that's the look of it, did not go as well as they were hoping. That got delayed. I don't know when that's coming out. It's going to be in 2021, but how long the delay is going to be is totally up in the air right now. Fable, which we didn't get any gameplay of, I don't know when that's coming out. Forza Motorsport, I don't know when the hell that's coming out. That showed no gameplay of it, which was really shocking. Avowed, it's just another CGI trailer, which I don't know when that's coming out. Probably not until 2022 or 2023, or hell, maybe even 2024 at this point. Everwild, which they've shown concept trailers of. They've shown like in-engine footage of, but even Rare, according to them, they don't even know what this game is. So I'm like, why show it then? And then other stuff that is going to be coming out, that it's like Psychonauts 2, that's going to be available on PlayStation and PC, like Steam. It's going to be available everywhere. So Xbox, like State of Decay 3, just again another CGI trailer. I don't know when that's coming out. So Xbox has like it's so frustrating because they have such cool stuff on the hardware front, but on the software front, they're severely lacking. And a lot of these games that they're touting, they're also going to be available on PC, or they're also going to be available on PS5 day one as well, which it's like okay, like Yakuza Like a Dragon, that's going to be on Steam. That's where I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it on Steam. Watch Dogs Legion. If I ever bother with this, I'll get it either on PlayStation or Steam or whatever, or Epic, whatever the fuck Ubisoft's gonna put it on. The Medium, which I actually am interested in, that's gonna be on Steam. So I'm like, okay, I'd rather play it on Steam because I'll get the 60 frames out of it. So Xbox it's like everywhere else, Xbox is like fantastic, wiping the floor, absolutely just like taking that broom and mopping the floor with Sony. Everywhere else they're doing that except the games, and it's so frustrating to see because maybe this will pan out for them in a couple years. But as far as things that are coming out within the first year, the launch window of Xbox, it's not looking good. You got maybe Medium, which might come out, apparently, is going to be coming out this fall, which maybe, I guess, that's the big launch lineup for it. You got all the games that are on Game Pass, but as far as new stuff, it's really lacking. And it's not like PlayStation's really that far ahead in that category either. But you know what? Unless it gets delayed, they got Spider-Man. Spider-Man will sell a ton. Spider-Man's a big-ass brand name. It has a far more bigger reach than even Halo does because it's Spider-Man. And Miles Morales is a really popular character right now because of Into the Spider-Verse. So, as far as launch lineup goes, like day one stuff, I think Sony have easily got Xbox beat just for the sheer factor that they've got a big first-party title coming on launch, if it is going to be at launch, which I assume it is. Unless they're going to release Spider-Man like a week after it comes out. But even so, it's a launch title. So, yeah, I'm just wanting to go over Xbox and my thoughts on what's going to happen. They have to respond. You watch. There's going to be a new Xbox event sometime this month. Probably like 2 weeks from now. There's going to be a new PS5 event probably next week. Things are heating up, people. So it's exciting. And I'm really happy to see the stuff that Xbox is doing. I think a lot of it's really great. I really like that all access program that they have for families who can't afford it, which is really good. So I hope this pans out well for Xbox because, like I said many times, Xbox doing really cool shit and being healthy and thriving makes for a better PlayStation. So people out there that are like clutching their pearls and talking about, oh my god, PlayStation's gonna do this. PlayStation can't do no wrong. Yeah, they can. PlayStation can do a lot of wrong. PlayStation has done a lot of wrong. So has Xbox. But as far as marketing, as far as competition, Xbox right now kind of has the little bit of the foot over PlayStation, except the games. The games is the big sticking point where they need to improve that. But well, it remains to be seen if there even are going to be some first-party launch titles for the Xbox. I don't know. They could pull a rabbit out of their hat and announce, like, I don't know, Blinks the Time Cat as a launch title. A new Blinks the Time Cat. Y'all remember Blinks the Time Cat? Bring that back, Xbox. And Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, God. If they... I'll say this. If they announce a new Banjo-Kazooie and it actually looks great, and it's day one for the Xbox, I'll buy it. I'll buy a Series S for that. I could probably get it on PC thanks to Game Pass, but, just to show my support, just to be like, thank you, finally. Be like, yeah. That offer only extends to the launch lineup, though. If I see it 2 years from now, I'm still just going to get it on PC. So, do that, Xbox. Put Blinks the Time Cat and Banjo-Kazooie on Series S, Series X at launch. I'll buy it. I'll buy one of them. Probably the Series S. Alrighty. So yeah, things are heating up, folks. Exciting times are ahead. And I will see you all when they happen. Bye.